What's up, feature agents? Welcome back to the channel Frenzypool, and in today's video we're going to talk about the important uniforms that you need to look forward in the Black Friday sale that will be coming up really soon. So since this is going to be a large one, because we have a hell lot of uniforms to cover, I think it's better I divide this video into a two-part one. The first part is going to be about the uniforms for all the tier 3 and awakening characters, so I will be recommending only the best ones. Okay, the best one means I may not be completely explaining how good the uniform is, but what I'm going to tell you is it's an important one. So by important I mean is this: it just gives the character a major upgrade to get the full potential when at tier 3. Okay, that's how I'm going to divide the videos into. So this first part is about all the tier 3s and awakening characters, important uniforms. Uniforms are really important in the game also, unless you know the base level of a character is really best, like Red Hulk and all, Red She-Hulk and all. So we'll be starting up the uniform list right now. Before that, the crystal coupon event is on. You guys need to comment on the videos that has been posted about the Marvel Feature Fight Guide 6.5. Go into the video and comment below your in-game name and also your email address, and I'll be picking up winners for the 300 crystals. In case you cannot find the video, the link is given in the description, plus the link also will be popping up right now on the top, and you guys can go ahead and comment your details. So let's just start the video right now. So this was the list about the Marvel Feature Fight Guide, and this list was explained in my previous video, and from using this list I will be talking about the uniforms that you need to really look forward to. So I'll just minimize the list right now, and now it's better. Now we have just 2 columns, and you can see a lot better of the uniforms that I'll be showing on the left side also. Now starting off in the list is Namor. This uniform has been the best one for Namor till date, because it just changes the type of the character. All 5 based attacks plus the damage levels are really good. Namor is a raw damage dealer, so this uniform just improves it a lot better, and this is the best one for ABX, World Boss Battle, Ultimate, etc. So a must buy uniform for Namor. In case you guys have a premium character, in case you have this premium character, this is the best uniform for Namor, unless they come up with something, which will be coming up I think only when Black Panther 2 is out. Okay, and now for the next one. This next one, Carnage. I mean, guys, I just made him tier 3. I made him tier 3. I will be making a separate video, but this uniform, guys, this uniform, I think it's one of the best uniforms that can, you know, improve a character from the base to the top, because Carnage now is on the levels of Namor, because by damage wise I just have an obelisk, and I think he did pretty good damage at the level 70 of Proxima without any strikers too. So I think this is a insane uniform that you need to buy. It's a must buy for Carnage, and I don't think Carnage will be getting anything new in a long time. So this is another must buy uniform for Carnage. Now going next into the list. Now about Luna Snow, the thing about Luna Snow is this is her best uniform that has been released till date, but what I'm concerned is it's been almost a year, and I think a new uniform will be coming up for her, because it is a definite bet, because these are one of the OG characters of the game, and I think a new uniform should be coming around. And since she has lost her demand in some of the World Boss Ultimates, and also only in ABX she is now used mostly, and not a timeline character, also not a PvP character also. So I think you guys can skip this uniform for now, or unless you guys want to play with the character, this is the last and best uniform. Now going into the latter list, Crescent, you can skip the uniform. You don't need to go for her uniform, because it's not a huge improvement, and also the character tier 3 is not the best one. Okay, and then Magneto. The Magneto one is one I need to talk about, because it's a huge improvement. If you guys are planning him to get to tier 3, then this uniform is a really important one. So it's a uniform that you need to buy to get the maximum potential of Magneto. So it's another uniform that you can look forward to. Okay, going into the free-to-play list right now, the free-to-play tier 3 list opening up. I think I should have opened up with Ghost Rider, sorry. So Ghost Rider uniform, must buy uniform. I got no words for this one because it's the best rework that has come for Ghost Rider this year. One of the top uniforms that you need to look forward to. Plus he has also a tier 3 to get the maximum. This uniform is a must buy. Next one on the list is Sharon Rogers, this uniform, but this is just like what I talked about Luna Snow. A new uniform may be coming around for her, but this uniform is still the best one. It's a really good uniform, and she can give you clears in World Boss Ultimate stages, also null right now, and ABX also she can get some good scores on no restriction days and all. So yeah, it's a really good uniform for her. Yeah, it's a must buy, but I think a new uniform may be coming around, so it's a 50-50 option for you guys, but it's still a good uniform to go for. It's worth. Next one on the list is the Black Bolt uniform. The Black Bolt uniform was another revolutionary uniform, just like what happened with Ghost Rider. It's a really huge improvement. You get a massive leadership difference. I think it's all 65% of all attacks to the Inhumans only, and also the uniform is insanely impressive with the heal. So it's another must-buy uniform. The symbiote update was a much important update, and this uniform was another huge improvement for Venom. Now Venom, who was only a support character in the game, is now turning into a really huge DPS character. His damage is really hiked up with the new uniform, plus also the tier 3 also giving the additional advantage. Okay, I have seen some of the footages. I may be tier 3ing him up because shortage of combat books, but he is a really good tier 3 and a good combat character right now on the top, and must buy uniform. Now talking about the next one on the list, the Hulk uniform. The Hulk uniform, what I gotta tell you guys is, like, it's a really good uniform, but what happens is his thing changes because it's physical damage based on HP. So you need to build him HP wise in case you are purchasing this uniform, and this is the only best uniform Hulk has got till now. All the previous ones are trash. I think the endgame uniform was a bit better, but I think this is a far better one than that. Plus, if you are a fan of this character, I would only recommend, if you are a fan of a Hulk and you guys are building him the right way, to go for the uniform. And it's a pretty different to play with him. You may not experience the damage that you think that you will be getting, but it's a really good rework and a good uniform, and it's a 50-50 stuff for you guys. You can go for the uniform if you're a really hardcore fan, and plus you guys can build him based on HP and play with him the perfect way. So it's a good uniform. It's a good uniform. The Black Widow uniforms, the Black Widow movie based uniforms, white and the snowsuit, and also the black one, which is called the Marvel's Black Widow, of course. So these two uniforms were another massive upgrade for Black Widow, because Black Widow was way below in the list, and these two uniforms has changed her concept, her damage levels, and also she has a tier 3 also now. And the black suit is really good for PvE modes, World Boss Ultimates and everything, but the white suit, now I would recommend going for the white suit because she is a PvP beast. In timeline, during days when you cannot go with the most famous ones, Jean Grey and Silver Surfer, she comes in handy. Also, it's also applicable for Hulk. Also, Hulk is also sometimes a PvP good looking character, but this snowsuit is really insane, and totally ignore iframes and stuff, and it's really good. It's a must buy uniform for Black Widow. I would recommend the white one more if you guys are looking into PvP, and if you're a fan and you want to play with her in World Boss Ultimate, you can go for the black uniform, which will be discounted, of course, because these two are synergy uniforms. So another good one that has released this year. Next one on the list is the Star-Lord uniform that came out during that Epic Quest update, the Guardians related, and this uniform is the best one for Star-Lord right now compared to all his previous uniforms, because it gives him a lot of different attacks and all defense down, and also he has a tier 3 now, And also the leadership increases all the way to 55% for the blast character. So it's a really good uniform that you agents can look forward to. Next on the list is the Cyclops uniform. Now Cyclops is a good character, but the uniform is a bit old, but still it's a really good uniform because it makes him a Phoenix 5 type, plus his leadership increases, and also there's a tier 2 passive also, which sorry, it's a tier 1 passive. It's a tier 1 passive of increasing 30% of energy attacks. That also comes with this uniform. It's a really good character who can provide support and leadership. If you guys are making him tier 3 also, it's a really good powerful character because all his damage is on the tier 3. Okay, so another good uniform, but a little bit old, and it's all up to you guys if you guys need a leadership and character which has support. Now after the Cyclops one, the list is going to be minimized because the tier 3s that you guys are going to see below are not so great in the game right now. Because the top ones, the top 8 rows are the best tier 3s in the free-to-play section, and I would not recommend going down, you know, up to Captain Marvel, up to Captain America. I think it's better. Captain Marvel's best uniform is this one, the Endgame uniform, and it's really old because Endgame has become a little bit old, and this is a good uniform for her. And if you guys need a ABX universal character, this is the uniform that can do the job. And she also needs a rage also. There's nothing no other massive improvements in leadership or support wise, but it just gives a little bit of bump in her damage in the skills with this new uniform. But it's a really old one, so I don't recommend you guys go for it, but if you're a fan, you can go for this uniform. And the next one I'm gonna talk about is Captain America. Captain America with this Hydra Supreme uniform has become the villain, but this uniform makes him a striker for the World Boss Ultimates. On a tier 3 level, I would not recommend that you guys go for these uniforms, and the damage is not the greatest. Some people may still recommend he is a still good tier 3 character, but with the recent additions of, you know, a lot of native tier 2s and so many good ones, he has come down way below. So I would not recommend getting the uniform unless you want a striker for the World Boss Ultimate. You can go for this uniform, plus Blast Villain Days. Sorry, I forgot to mention, on Blast Villain Days also this uniform can do a really good job. So yeah, it's all up to you guys. If you guys need Captain America to do a lot better, this uniform is the best one. And now the list below this: Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, and Ant-Man. I think that should be the list completely. Yeah, that's the end. And these characters need uniforms, better uniforms. Do not purchase any of these uniforms for Winter Soldier, Iron Man. Iron Man's endgame uniform was a really good one, but it's really old, and plus the character has lost its demand in any of the game modes. So, you know, unless you guys have completed all the others, you can go for the endgame uniform. The Winter Soldier needs a uniform, and that will be coming out, I think, during the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, so you can wait till then. Thor also needs a huge upgrade. The last one was the endgame uniform, and it still did not do the best. So I think you need to wait to purchase a uniform for Thor. Spider-Man also, you guys can wait. Ant-Man, Black Panther, all these characters below that I have mentioned, don't purchase any of their uniforms right now. Just wait for their best ones to come out. Okay, and that's the free-to-play tier 3 list. Now going into the native tier 2 who got their tier 3s. Now this is a bit pricier list because the characters in this have their uniforms priced a lot higher because they are native tier 2s, and it's another important list to look forward to, but I would recommend only uniforms for some of these characters in the list. Okay, and let's just start with the list. Now the story about Deadpool is, now this uniform was introduced during the Christmas event last year. If it is coming back on sale, go for this, because this is the ultimate uniform for Deadpool. Deadpool becomes Lady Deadpool, but I swear this uniform has done wonders for me. It has helped me to clear the 99s of most of the World Boss Ultimates because of the all defense down and everything. It's a perfect uniform. It's a must-buy uniform. It fits coming around the Christmas event. but I don't think it'll be on for the Black Friday event, so it's a big no, I know. But in case this is for the Christmas event I'm talking about, if it's out for the Christmas event, do not miss it. Do not miss the uniform. Okay, just mentioning it out here. I know it will not be available for Black Friday, so I'm just mentioning it here. The next one on the list, the Dormammu. The Dormammu uniform. He gets a tier 3 in the last month's update, but this uniform, even though it looks weird down to the head, but this uniform is a huge rework. It's a huge rework, and he has become another awesome character damage wise. Plus he is also a PvP, turning to maybe a PvP monster because of his skills and his tier 3. With the CTP of Judgment, he seems to be doing really well. Plus the gear is also really important CTP. So this is another must buy uniform that I have to mention that has been released this year. The Jean Grey uniform. Now the Jean Grey uniform, if you guys are going to purchase a uniform, go for the latest one, because the green one and also the blue one, which is the red, I think, yeah, the X-Men red uniform, they both are kind of similar. I still haven't purchased the green one because they seem to be doing similar levels of damage, and I still get a lot of PvP wins with this uniform itself, so I did not require going for the latest one. It costs 1500 crystals, so I just kept it aside over there. The only difference is she becomes universal with the latest uniform, so if you guys are in need of the uniform, go for the new one. That's what I would recommend. The Silver Surfer uniform, must buy. I got no words, must buy uniform. PvP monster, guys, PvP monster. Put the CTP of regeneration and tier 3 him. He is going to get you consistent wins in prime line battle. So another must buy uniform. The Apocalypse uniform is also a really good upgrade. It's a really good uniform, but now in the ranks of Carnage and Venom and also Namor, he is going to lose his value. So I don't think you guys need to go for the uniform unless you guys are a fan of Apocalypse and you need to play with him. You can go for this uniform. It's a really huge upgrade and it's pricey, 1500 crystals, but it's a really good rework. Now Apocalypse may not be getting a uniform really soon, so if you guys are really in need of the uniform, you can go for it. Now the next one on the list is Quicksilver. Quicksilver, the best uniform for Quicksilver is this one, and I don't think he will be getting any uniform really soon. And this has been a really good one because he can do a lot better in the World Boss Ultimate stages with this uniform along with his tier 3. So it's another good uniform that you guys can look forward to. Talking about the Thanos uniform, skip it for now because we have a lot of other PvP characters to look forward to. We have like Dormammu, Jean Grey and Silver Surfer, so unless he gets a huge improvement, you can just wait. You can just wait for the Thanos uniform. Now I just made a blunder because the list was a bit down. Now you can see on the top there's Doctor Strange and Odin that I have to talk about. Really sorry about that, but we had to start off with this once, the native tier 2 list. Doctor Strange's Damnation uniform, the spacesuit. You guys can get it. I would tell you guys, get the uniform because this is so huge. This is like bonkers of damage. He is inflicting continuous damage. He is the character who got me 10 million in the ABX, and wow, impressive rework, and you can climb up the World Boss Ultimates just like anything. Must buy uniform. Huge improvement, massive rework, damage dealer, and get him to tier 3 and he can get you ABX, maximum scores in ABX plus World Boss Ultimate, good damage spikes. So must buy uniform for Odin also. Now coming down the list, we have Scarlet Witch. Now Scarlet Witch, I think the latest uniform is a good one. I don't have the uniform with me and I don't know how different she is with the tier 3 also, but I think it's a really good uniform if you guys are going to make her a tier 3. Her use is only in Ripjaws Ultimate right now, but I don't know. I don't think it's better you don't invest time in her right now. She will be getting another huge improvement, you know, when the WandaVision series is out. Now, bottom of the list is Wolverine and Mr. Fantastic. Wolverine still needs a really good uniform, guys. So skip any of his uniforms. Plus Mr. Fantastic, if you guys are tier 3ing him, go for the uniform. That's what I just want to tell you guys. If you are going to tier 3 him, go for the uniform or just skip it. Alright, so with that we just come to the end of the tier 3 list. That was all the uniforms of the tier 3 characters that I just mentioned. Now going into the Awakening list. I think I'll just make it really quick or this video is going to be really long. Now this first column out here, we have Peter A. Bill, no uniform, Morbius, Medusa. Medusa's uniform is the one we need to talk about. Medusa gets her potential, the Awakening skill with the Inhumans update that came out 2 months back. And it's a massive upgrade because the uniform gives her also a support buff and a heal also, and the skills are really good to rotate with. So it's a must-buy uniform for Medusa and a really must-have transcended character. And then coming down that list is Blue Dragon, War Tiger, Sunbird, Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone still needs a really good uniform, so skip that. So Medusa is the one in this first column. Next one, the next column has Moon Knight. Man, this is a monster uniform. It's a must-buy uniform, but the only problem is if you need to awaken him, you need Morbius, and to get the maximum potential also you need this uniform also, because this uniform is massive. It's just making the character really powerful. Even at tier 2 also he is doing really good damage. So it's another must-buy uniform that has been got out this year. Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus gets this uniform, the Secret Empire uniform. You can one-shot World Boss Ultimate stages with this uniform. So it's another good buy for you guys. I would recommend, go for it. The Amethyst Show uniform is also another upgrade, just what I mentioned about Dr. Octopus also. So you can one-shot your World Boss villains. So it's another good uniform. If you're a fan of the character and you are going to potential transcend him, transcend his potential, go for the uniform. Another really good upgrade. It also has a heal also. It's a really good uniform. Then coming down the order, Mystic does not have a uniform. Now talking about Red Guardian, the uniform is a really good uniform. It has a lot of all defense down skills and everything. And if you are going to awaken the potential, you can go for the uniform. Plus it also makes him a hero. The base look is a villain, so it makes him a hero also. So another good uniform that you guys can look forward to if you guys have the crystals and also are a fan. Now the Red Skull uniform, which is the Iron Skull uniform, it's also a huge upgrade. Plus with the Awakening skill also, it just works perfectly. Huge upgrade for him, Blast villain character. So this may be a one-time uniform that may be coming out for him. So it's another good uniform, a good buy, worth the crystals. And then the last one that I have talked in this list is the Spider-Gwen uniform. Spider-Woman and Silk does not have a uniform. I mean, Silk has some uniforms, but don't go for any of those uniforms. They are complete trash. The Spider-Gwen uniform is the one that I talk about. What a uniform. It's just like what we talked about Moon Knight. Massive upgrade. And if you're transcending the character also, huge bonus with this uniform. She becomes a super villain, an advantage for ABX speed villain days. I would recommend this uniform on any day. So with that uniform, the list comes to an end. So this is the list of uniforms. I mean, it's not a list, it's the complete info about the uniforms that you need to look forward to in the Black Friday for the characters that I just mentioned in the tier 3 and Awakening list. Now this is the entire list of the uniforms that I have created based after the 6.5 update, and it may be quite confusing, but if you just adjust yourself for some time, I have explained everything differently. The first 2 columns are uniforms for character upgrade. These uniforms just upgrade the characters impressively. And the second list is of uniforms for legendary battle items. Now there are certain legendary items that you can get. So I mentioned that also, the Giant Man uniform for the CTP selector, Thor for the premium card, Hulk for refinement CTP. So I have mentioned all that. I think I have to add in the Black Widow legendary battle to this list, so I will be adding that also. Then the next column over here is the free uniforms and the 500k gold uniforms. By free uniforms, I mean when you complete the first story mission, you get these 3 uniforms for free: Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widows. And then this is the list. Fourth column is the list for premium character uniforms that you need to look forward to. Okay, I talked about Namor and Carnage, Luna Snow, and of course Colossus also. This list will be coming up later. That's the list coming up later in the second part video. And towards the end, just don't look at it. Save your crystals. Don't go for uniforms for those characters in the far right. So this is the entire list, also in the same guide for the character guides, so you guys can have a look at it. And I'll be coming up with the second part really soon. And until I see you guys in the next video, take care, stay home, stay safe, agents.